Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Houston Rockets potentially signing Quentin Grimes. Look, I think if you ask any Rockets fan out there, out of you show them a list of all the NBA free agents that are left and available on the board, who is your dream free agent for the Rockets to sign? And a lot of them are going to say Quentin Grimes. And if they're from Houston and they watch Quentin Grimes at the University of Houston, probably almost all of them are going to say Quentin Grimes. And that's someone I'd really like to see the Rockets sign. And, I think it's someone a lot of Rockets fans would love to see sign. But is that signing realistic? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Can the Rockets sign Quentin Grimes and get that deal done and bring in the restricted free agent? And that answer is most likely no. The Rockets are probably not going to be able to do that as they are already entering the luxury tax and barely over the first apron. They are not going to be able to potentially bring in Quentin Grimes. The reason I'm talking about this, I saw some Rockets fans on Twitter talking about it. I think the Rockets' biggest need right now is at that shooting guard position. And I think that all of us would love to see Quentin Grimes added in. I think if Quentin Grimes never gets traded to Philadelphia and he continues to play the way he was playing in Dallas, averaging 10 points per game and being a good defender and a good shooter, the Rockets could probably afford the player that was playing in Dallas. I'm not saying he was bad. He was almost 40% from three. He was averaging double digits, 4 rebounds, great defender as always. He was playing good ball, but the Rockets probably could have been able to afford that player. But what he turned into once he got traded to Philadelphia was a different story. 22 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, almost 5 assists per game, almost 2 steals per game. Getting a chance, he showed what he could do. Is that what he's going to do if he's on a team for, that's fully built? Probably not. But, is he going to put up 21 points per game and have some of the crazy games he had that people are calling, is similar to Linsanity? No, he's not going to have those games. But he's going to be, with his new contract, he wants $25 million a year. I don't know if he'll get that. We'll see. Whether it's whether it's a new team or the Philadelphia 76ers, it's probably not going to be with the Rockets. But with that new team, wherever he is on, or the 76ers, he's going to be a guy, and I'm just assuming he's playing on a team that they've got, a great roster. Let's just assume he's back with Philadelphia, and they've got Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Joel Embiid, VJ Edgecombe, and they're staying healthy majority of the time. I'm not going to say all the time with Joel Embiid and Paul George. Quentin Grimes is not going to average 22 points per game, but he is going to be a guy, I believe, that could average around 15 to 18 points per game, shoot, let's just say, around 38 to 40% from three, if not higher, and play great defensively. And that type of play is worth maybe close to money he wants, if not the money he wants. But he's not going to get that from the Rockets. He can't get that from the Rockets. So Rockets fans on Twitter that I've seen saying they want the Rockets to sign Quentin Grimes might not be, they might not be as educated because, and that's fine. There are a lot of fans that don't know the financial of basketball. And that doesn't mean you don't know ball. If anybody is, some people tell you, I've seen people on social media is a cruel place sometimes, but I've seen people on social media have been told that they don't know ball because they don't know the financials or the front office part of basketball. But it would be very hard for the Rockets to make this signing. If anyone is wondering, the Rockets can make this deal work. It would take a sign and trade, and there would be some good players that would have to be cost of, the Rockets would have to part with in a sign and trade. I think it is very unlikely this happens. But if you're a Rockets fan and you want to see the Rockets bring in a 2-guard, here are names I would throw out there: Amir Coffey, Gary Payton II, Russell Westbrook, Malcolm Brogdon. I know Westbrook and Brogdon are more known as point guards, but I'll mention Brogdon has played shooting guard 3 of his 9 seasons, and Russ did play at shooting guard some last year when playing next to Jamal Murray. Now, when I brought up Russell Westbrook and Russell Westbrook and Malcolm Brogdon's names, I didn't bring them up as to be a shooting guard for the Rockets. I brought them up as a point guard. Now, there are two different ways the Rockets could play this. If the Rockets want to make another free agency signing after trading away Cam Whitmore, which is one of the reasons why some people were saying they wanted the Rockets to sign Quentin Grimes, you want to add in another guard off the bench. Here's two things you can do. The first one, if you can keep Reed Sheppard as the backup point guard, and you can keep him as where he's facilitating for others, and you can add in a good shooter and solid defender like Amir Coffey or Gary Payton II. But let's not forget Reed Sheppard played shooting guard at college in Kentucky. He's a great shooter. Maybe the Rockets want to add in a point guard and move Reed Sheppard to the 2 guard so he can get more shot attempts up as the 2 guard. And you look to bring in Russell Westbrook or Malcolm Brogdon, solid facilitators, and as the backup 1. So when I say Brogdon and Russ as options, Russ or Brogdon is you move Reed from the 1 to the 2 and bring in Russ or Brogdon. And then Amir Coffey and Gary Payton II, that'd be Reed staying at the 1. I think those are more realistic signings for the Houston Rockets. And it's surprising all 4 of those guys are still available. All great players. Let me know your thoughts. But at the same time, this is a guy that's not surprising that is available in Quentin Grimes. I know that might be wondering, why do you say you're surprised that the 4 guys you just mentioned are unsigned and then Quentin Grimes isn't? Well, it's a little bit harder. Quentin Grimes is a restricted free agent. He might be waiting till the 76ers give him the money he wants, if that's where he wants to go. Some teams, look, here's the big reason why. Some teams who have spent a lot of money already might not be willing or might be able to at all to give Quentin Grimes the money he wants, or be willing to even sign a match offer with him, because they know Philly's just gonna match the offer. Which at this point I don't know if Philly would. Restricted free agents are the last to go. Even if there are big restricted free agents, you haven't seen any restricted free agents signed yet. That's the truth, or re-signed yet. All the free agents to go off the board so far have been unrestricted free agents. And that's why I'm surprised that those guys that I just mentioned, Russ, Brogdon, and as well as Coffey and Payton, are unsigned, because they're unrestricted free agents, and those are the free agents that go first, and then you see the top restricted free agents go off the board. And that's why you still haven't seen Kuminga, Grimes, or Josh Giddey, or Cam Thomas signed yet. I think those are moves that might happen after July 6th, when it's the official new year, and all these transactions that's been reported in the last couple weeks are officially official. Let me know your thoughts on the Rockets potentially signing Quentin Grimes. It's probably not happening, but I just wanted to talk about it because I saw some Rockets fans talking about it on social media. Let me know your thoughts on the Rockets potentially making not only this signing, but all the other signings I talked about in this video. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed it, peace out, go Rockets.